starting up the show. And there's that. Alrighty then. I'm gonna mute all the Facebook posts. Muted. Oh, because somebody's texting me on Facebook. So I'm just like, muted, deleted.
Just bing, bing.
No, it's not that bad. But anyway. Sorry for running late, everybody. I'm gonna blame High Kick because he was asleep for the most part. Until, like, literally when we were supposed to start. I was worried there for a minute because I saw you not online. I was like, oh boy, is this man gonna be dead for a while? This man is dead. Indeed. But anyway, he's actually alive, which is very good. So, as usual, I'm your host, Hyper_1. Welcome to Anime Talkshow Tuesday. This is episode 28. And thank you for joining us. My co-host over there, Mr. Heike.
Hello.
And we're gonna get down to business to defeat the Huns. Alrighty then. Anything you wanna talk about beforehand? Actually, I have something I want to talk about beforehand. I'm gonna go to my profile library so I can see. I finished animes that I was supposed to finish from fucking whatever last week.
Last season.
Yep, so they're down here. So, I wanted to cover real quick, good old Violet Evergarden. I've just had that last episode to cover. I fucking cried again. Like, every time I fucking cry to these animes, like, my eyeballs burn with the force of like 10,000 suns. It sucks. It's because I don't cry at all, ever. So my eyes are like, your tear ducts don't exist. Burn! And I'm like, why? I probably have like chronic dry eye at this point.
Hey man, fucking couple years from now, man, you're gonna be, you'll be fine. There'll be enough anime to make you cry like a little bitch.
Nah, that's never gonna happen. What's funny is like the stuff that's supposed to be sad and make me cry doesn't. Like, I bet if I watch, what is the saddest anime you've seen? The fucking whatever Planet Odd. I bet if I go watch that, I won't cry. But like, for some reason, these are just so moving and great. I just like them. Not very sad. Also, man, like, the biggest problem is that Violet Evergarden and fucking the Ancient Magic Bride, I have a connection to the main characters of both. I am a totally unemotional and feeling like, I barely believe I'm even a fucking human being. Like, so, that comes into play with Violet. And then also, like, I feel like I'm more like Elias, than Chisei, because I'm not suicidal, whatever. But like, yeah, like, I just don't understand people and feelings and things. So, like, that's why Violet Evergarden hits me super hardcore. Because, much like her, I am a motherfucking monster. I just haven't gone to war and slaughtered tons of countless people. If the chance presents itself, like if we end up going to World War III, the whole jokes and the memes, and we really do get drafted, that's probably where that's going to happen. But for now, no. Plus, I'd rather not join the military because I can't follow orders. That's like the only thing, is that she was a fool and she could only follow orders, whereas like I make my own decisions for myself. That's why I don't join the military. That's why I haven't ordered. But anyway. So, Violet Evergarden is going to go ahead and get a 10 out of 10 for last season for me, because it was fucking amazing. I liked the animation, I liked the story, I liked fucking everything, and it also made me cry. So, like, same thing with Ancient Magic Bride. It's the same thing. I like the animation, I like the story, and it made me cry multiple times, so it was very moving. So all in all, it was great. Going to go ahead and cover Koku. That one was a pretty good anime. It was kind of different and weird, and like storyline kind of didn't make sense for the most of the anime. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. It was not bad, and it wasn't like super boring to me or anything. It just kind of wasn't super great. I don't know. Hard to explain. On Death March? Did I not put a... thing on Death March? Hold up, did we not cover Death March whenever Death March ended?
I thought we did.
I thought we did too. I don't know. I just feel like I just put down 7 out of 10. Or maybe that was an 8. Maybe I did cover Death March already. Whatever. Death March is an 8 out of 10. Well, it's not, it shows up in my list as like, there was nothing here. Like, I didn't put down a score for it. Like,
Whoops.
what it?
I'm
so
pretty
anyway.
sure I gave it like a 7 or something like that.
Yeah, I gave
7 or 8.
it an 8. And then on to Marken Maiden, whatever. The weird German thing, the fucking magical girl anime, it's super goofy and shit. I just finished this up just now, and it was also really good. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. Because it's like a magical girl, but not any norm magical girl shit. I like the whole idea of it using like the tall tale and the like fairy tale stories as like that's the root of the magic, the actual stories themselves. I thought it was funny how the Americans didn't have any stories. They're like, I love how it depicts America. It, like, the quote was, it's just a bunch of ads and mixed media put together to make it our own stories. Like, one of the girls is fucking, what is it? She was her magic was zombie, so she could summon zombies. And then there was Little Match Girl, which Little Match Girl, I think, is actually a little fairy tale. And just some other things that were just kind of funny. Oh, there was it was like Starfleet something or another, but it was literally Star Wars. Because the chick, she had a katana, but it made lightsaber sounds, and that's all she did. That was her magic. So it was totally just straight Star Wars.
Did she use the Force?
No, she didn't use. She literally just had a sword that fucking cut everything like a lightsaber. That's it.
Goddamn.
That's why I was like, what did that say? It said Starfleet something or Star something. I was like, oh no. I was like, it's definitely Star Wars. And it's just like, so yeah, that ends up getting 7 out of 10 for me. And so there we go. I covered that stuff really quickly. Now back to the schedule. Save. Go and we're back proper alrighty then. So, first thing on this list is High School DxD Hero. Haha! Yes. Here we have the new addition to the High School DxD series. First fucking episode, right to it. Issei goes, green eggs and ham. I'm assuming to finish up something that happened in the last season. And we are reunited with the Opie Dragon. That was
well. If you're talking about episode 0, yeah, that was a recap of the very last episode from last season.
That was still the first episode. Hey guys, was it just a recap? Because you said that something's changed.
I feel like something's changed, but looking back at it, is probably not.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like it's changed.
It's marked as episode 0, though.
I'm still calling it the first episode. It's still the first episode of the season. It's the first thing that was released.
Alright, dude.
So yeah, that's how this works. We watch it as it comes out. It's the first episode that came out for the season. Suck me down. So anyway,
on the real first episode.
Okay, suck my dick. Just fucking stroke it.
There was boobs everywhere. That's great.
That it? Is that all you're gonna say? There was tits, and it was great.
All right. Well, he fought the one dude that basically kicked his ass.
He fought Ritus's cousin. I think is who it was.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
anyway, the ultra strong guy that has no power except just raw strength. He's literally Asta for this universe in a nutshell.
And he doesn't yell, thankfully.
Kind of. He does have intensity. Like I think, pretty sure he does actually kind of yell. Like he's got the whole beastly presence yell type thing. Like he's just naturally loud. He's not like Asta yelling randomly. But anyway. So yeah, that's basically just moving along. They're also going on a trip to some, I forget where it was in Japan, Fuyuki, I think, something like that. Not Fuyuki. something with an F. They're going on a trip for school, and they're gonna go visit places. Most of the gang goes, except for Rias, Casper, and fucking, I don't remember the other chick. Yeah. And that's the end of that episode. They're basically now going on a trip. They're on a ship.
To Kyoto.
Is it Kyoto? Oh,
Yeah.
it's Kyoto.
Yeah, they're going to Kyoto.
Oh, they're going to Kyoto. Whatever, fuck it. Anyway, on to, speaking of Austin yelling, on to Black Clover. As usual, Black Clover is...
Hey, you should go to the video room and just have that play in the background while we talk about it.
What did you do? Screaming 3 hours. No. I'm good. I'm good. Last couple episodes of Black Clover, finishing up the conflict for the, fucking capital. And now the most recent episode was, I feel like I was gonna say filler, because technically it's not filler, but it really is. It's just like, they're doing a mixer, fucking meeting girls and shit. It's kind of
I thought it was hilarious.
It's a non-important episode. No, it's funny how the fucking quiet dude's like, "Could I go with you? I really want to go." They're just like, I don't know what he's thinking. Oh, like, I want to see him fighting with them or something at some point. That would be great.
Just like actually hanging out with everybody, being an accepted part of the group.
Yeah. Well, he seems like he's really the embodiment of like real goths, almost. I think, or like a lot of people that are goth and shit. They're just shy and don't talk to people. And just wear black and do all that shit, and like they're super quiet. He's a proper embodiment. But yeah, so Black Clover is kind of, well, it was going on something, and then like this random episode's kind of one of those, like, it just fucked up the flow of the show for me personally. It's like filler, and it's basically what it is, but like, they already had 50-something episodes planned out, so I don't know why they would. Why would you pre-plan filler? I don't understand.
And then he actually goes to the manga. He's like, "Oh, this isn't filler. What the fuck?"
This is canon filler. Ugh. Yeah, that has to be the worst.
I bet you that girl that Asa meets in the mixer, like something happens to her or something.
I don't know, maybe something. All the women he seems to like, all the women like he meets that like him, but he's got his heart set on the sister. Yo, I wonder, like, I ship him and Noelle though. Like, they're cute. She just needs to confess to him though. It just needs to happen.
Yes.
Anyway.
The problem is that Asa will definitely turn her down. Like,
yeah, probably. I only love one woman in my life. Something like that. But anyway, so enough about Black Clover and Asa yelling. On to the Galactic Space Heroes anime. The last 2 episodes, well, the end of the fight, or the, like, really, I guess the last 3, because a lot of these things we didn't really talk about. We talked about starting to watch it. So, the beginning of the anime is, well, it's just fucking, anime is a spaceship battle anime. That's what happens in the first couple episodes. Fucking Blondie is up against insurmountable odds and fucking wipes the goddamn floor with the enemy. It's supposed to have 3 separate fleets that have about almost equal, like, ship count to theirs, and he fucking individually takes each one of them out. For some reason, like, it showed on the TAC map that they were super close together, but in space, actually, each one of the fucking fleets was like 5 or 4 hours in between each other. And like, their plan was to surround them. They really should have just formed one massive blob. Did they not learn anything from basic RTS school? You just blob the shit out of something if you have that many numbers. Who gives a fuck? But yeah, also encirclements work because, you get flanks and stuff over there. So that's what they were trying to do, except, again, I don't know why you're gonna station your fleets like 4 to, 6 hours apart from each other, which is enough time for that dude to take his fleet, ram down one of their fleets, and then just go kill the next one. That's basically what it is, just jump down one.
Yeah.
And then I guess basically his counterpart, brilliant tactician on the enemy side, pops up and does his I'm a brilliant tactician thing. I'm getting a totally, like, Alderman in the Sky feel from this, which I really liked. Because the main character wasn't a big fighter or anything, but he was a retardedly brilliant tactician. And so it's kind of cool to watch these two duke it out. And that battle basically ends in a draw with what's left. I mean, the blonde-haired dude wiped 2 fleets, and they got to the 3rd fleet being commanded by that guy, and that guy gave him a run for his money, and they just both decided to retreat. And then the most recent episode was just some of the backstory between the blonde-haired dude and his red-haired, I was gonna say slave boy, but his red-haired, like, sidekick boy, which is his best friend or whatever. So it's progressing okay. I'm pretty sure with the way this anime goes, the next episode, prediction here, is going to be the backstory of the other guy from the other side. Because basically what it's been doing is it goes to the blonde-haired dude, it goes to the black-haired dude, and it goes to the blonde-haired dude. So I'm guessing it's going back to the blonde-haired dude. Which is kind of interesting. It's 2 separate main characters and basically 2 separate stories interwoven into one. I'm kind of curious on the source material for this. Actually, put this because of that. What is the source material? This is Wikipedia franchise. Huh. Wow, what the... Oh, that was the original. Well, there was an original fucking in 88. And some of those actually telling me the original was supposed to be better. Wow, the character looks the fucking same. That's kind of funny. Like, it's almost how he looks now. Holy shit, how many episodes is this? Holy shit, it goes to 110 episodes? Wow, looks like we might be in for a massive fucking series here. Interesting. Back to this.
Does this mean you have to go back and watch that?
No. It's literally a reboot of that series, supposedly.
Oh.
But anyway, so enough about that. It's got spaceships and shit, and I love it as usual. On to Tokyo Ghoul. So, as I'm currently the only one watching it since I'm catching up, so it starts off kind of where the second season ends. I mean, you don't really know what happens at the end of the second season. At first I was having problems, because the first episode wasn't, like, telling me enough information. I thought that Kaneki died, and they put his body parts into this kid. But, no. Whatever the fuck happened at the end of season 2, whenever that one dude fought him, I guess fucking torched his brain, because now he's got, like, multiple personality disorder, basically. His fucking memories and everything, like, they're gone-ish. His fucking personality and everything split and fragmented. Then again, he was fucking, like, used and abused, like, in the middle of the second season by, what's his name, the super evil dickhead guy that stole from him the first season or whatever. And, like, that fucking fucked him up. So, his mental stability is non-existent. But you already knew that. Anyway, so this new story follows the character Heisei Sasuke or something like that. And it's basically fucking Kaneki. But he doesn't know he's Kaneki. He only knows he's this kid now. And he's now a fucking inspector and has his own team of inspectors that are also half ghoul called the Quinks Squad.
Wait, the main character is Kaneki, but he doesn't know that he's Kaneki.
Yeah, I explained this to you the other day.
Well then.
He's Kaneki, doesn't know he's Kaneki, and then, like, during the second episode, he saw one of his old friends, and his brain was like, he's fucking, and he, like, went green eggs in hand. And then he also met up with the, I don't even remember the goddamn cafe anymore, the one with, his waifu Amelia! No, his waifu basically made. The one chick that I think he liked, the chick that really liked him, I forget her name. The one that was the rabbit in the first one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he went to their shop. And that didn't go anywhere. That was like the end of the second episode. And the third episode begins and like, we're doing something else now. They're going after, the chick that, called fucking the Nutcracker, the BDSM chick that likes to fucking kill dudes' testicles. but also is getting people to be sold off at the auction thing, kind of like Kaneki was sold off to the first anime. To the weird fucking ultra creepy guy that would sniff his blood and fucking go grenades in hand. That was some of the weirdest shit. Yeah, so they're gonna go crash that party now. There's a fucking inspector raid about to go down on it. And that's basically what's about to ensue. I'm assuming there's about to be a battle. Apparently there's like 3 different squads from Aogiri Tree there. So, yeah, it's we're gonna get our first fucking solid fight set up. Which is cool. But also not. Because, there's some things with this anime series that are bothering me. They're not touching upon the fact that, the half-ghouls can't eat normal people food. They're eating food, no reactions, or drinking stuff. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know if the inspector doctors found a way to, make it more livable without eating fucking people or not. Because it's just kind of weird. It doesn't make sense, canon with the first, the first entire few episodes of the first series, where he can't eat, and there we go, figure her name out, Toka, where Toka is eating her friend's food and poisoning herself and, hurting herself because of it. None of that's there. It's kind of, bothers me because that was so ingrained in the first couple series is that, hey, they have to eat people. They don't have a choice. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm not really sure what's with this. It's okay, though. It's just, I'm not doing it. At the same time. I mean, of course I'm gonna watch it. And then on to... You're watching Tachibana in the Triangle, right?
Yeah.
Take it away.
Well, girl goes to, live at this apartment that's full of a bunch of girls. It's
Yuri ensues?
Yep, a lot of it. It's a 3-minute series. There really isn't any real story to talk about other than,
Oh, they're 3-minute shorts? Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just know that it's funny as fuck. And lots of boobs. It's great.
I love how you shyly says that. I don't want the world to know that he loves titties. Meanwhile, I'm over here give me the bountiful, bouncing titties. I am an Opie dragon, basically.
Hell yes, dude.
I am Issei, 100%. If I had a way to power myself up, it would be tits. 100%. Anyway, carrying on to 3D Conjo Real Girl. Now, this series is based off a nerdy kid going to high school, basically being fucking downright mistreated by everybody, as being gross and everything. What's funny is I can relate. I look very similar to him, except I don't have blue eyes and blue hair, because, well, that's unrealistic. But, brown hair, brown eyes, literally the same way I wear my hair and, same glasses. So, main character basically gets no attention from nobody. Everybody calls him gross all the time. Everybody's just fucking with him and shit talking. He only has one friend, which is a super weeb dude that's weebing so hard he decided he's going to start wearing his... They say cat ears, but I think they're elf ears. It doesn't look like cat ears.
I was getting confused by that too.
Okay, so yeah.
They're a little too pointy.
They're not pointy. They're fucking they're circular kind of.
Yeah.
So weird. More I wouldn't even say elf ears, but something else like fucking jackal, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, obviously that's his best friend, and they're fucking weird, obviously. So anyway, but it starts off with him being late to school because he was watching fucking Magical Girl and Jesus Christ. And meets this chick, which looks like the kind of girl that he wouldn't normally socialize with. And, well, he doesn't socialize with him, but it looks like the girl that he particularly hates. Like a girl that's badly mannered, fucking just kind of slutty and all these other things. And as they're fucking doing school things together as they're doing detention, basically, or whatever, cleaning the pool. They fall in together, and they basically start kind of falling for each other. Second episode, he defends her against a dude, even though she's supposedly sleeping around with people, and that's what it definitely looks like. I don't know if she's actually sleeping around with them, but, like, you know, she definitely kissed another dude randomly. He
Definitely.
tried to fight for her. He kind of got his ass beat. But he stopped for her anyway because he's starting to fall for her, and that whole episode's basically him falling for her. Her, like, asked him out, and then he denied her because of what everybody else is saying, also because he just watched fucking her kiss a dude and, like, fight with the dude because she was, like, you know, with other dudes and shit. Anyway, by the end of the episode,
you little slut.
pretty much. By the end of the episode, they end up actually together, and now they're dating. Now the third episode's filled with trials and tribulations of the nerdy dude trying to understand his feelings and trying to, like, express himself and just being awful at it, which is, like, I would say a normal high school thing, or a normal, like, first time dating thing.
I will
Especially
say
when you're a weirdo.
the thing that sucks about this is that you know that she's leaving in what was it, half a month anime time?
I don't know,
I mean,
half a year.
half a year anime time.
Yeah,
But
literally,
at the end of the
she's
series,
leaving soon.
yeah.
You know, we'll see how that goes. Well, like, that's the funny thing is, like, I thought about it, and I've seen all these other animes where, like, fucking they live in Japan, but, like, one lives in Tokyo, one lives, like, in Osaka. They live really far apart, but they still make it work. Because realistically, Japan isn't that big. Especially with, like, the rail system in Japan, you can get around pretty quick to, like, anywhere. As far as I know.
Yeah, transportation over there is fantastic.
They have, like, proper mass transit. It's almost like people in America wouldn't know what that is. Actually, I'm saying that, but apparently Dallas's transit system is decent. There's a light rail in Dallas that runs from up north where I'm at all the way into, like, central Dallas, and you can get apparently from a lot of places. So it's kind of like how it would be if I was in Japan and if I wanted to ride that mass transit rail. Everybody be like riding around on trains in Japan. It's kind of cool. And I'm surprised. Austin's mass transit was okay, but like the bus system was pretty AIDS. It takes you like fucking 30 minutes or fucking an hour and some change to get anywhere. Like 2 hours.
I think my bus system is pretty decent. I've never actually used it, but I've seen the routes and shit.
Yeah. So, you know, it's one of those things. But yeah, and then like in the last episode, they end up making another friend and not trying to save her from her thing, where the guys are talking about just using her for money and fucking because she's easy and she's dumb and won't do anything and all that stuff. It's just terrible. So they meet basically.
People.
Yep. Basically, he meets a nice girl. I feel like by the end of the series, he's gonna like grow a group of friends or a harem or both, and like, you know, because people are gonna realize he's not a type of person. And I'm gonna go on a side note here. I'm getting a lot of vibes from like my real life high school experience, where like I used to be basically very much like him. I was an outcast loner. I just kind of sat and kept to myself and didn't talk to anybody. And everybody thought I was super fucking weird. Thought I was, you know, gross, super weird, thought, you know, whatever, all those sorts of things. Basically thought everything bad and nobody would ever talk to me. And I never really engaged in talking to anybody else. I still don't do it today. I mean, I'm very bad at engaging conversation. But he's, you know, like starting to realize that some of these people that he thought were bad are really, you know, not everybody's bad or whatever, or, you know, judging people by the way they look or the way they act at the first point, you know, it's not who they are kind of deal. And I had my own run-in with that. Like I told the story, that I'm sure High Kick and other people sort of, there was a really hot girl that I thought was one of the preppy people, which, like, for people like me, preppy people were just the complete polar opposite of, that's a no-go zone. But she turned out to be really cool my senior year. And I felt kind of bad because, like, the whole time I could have been decent friends with this chick. And she's very cute, too. But I'd never approached her because I thought she was, just completely different from me. And in some aspects she was, but like she liked video games stuff. And like she thought about preppy people the same way I did, even though she hung out with a lot of them. So it was one of those things. Meh. But anyway, on to Alice or Alice. Now this is a cutesy little shorts, like 3-minute long shorts or whatever the fuck. It's super cute, funny, and so far it kind of has like no relevance to anything. I think it actually is a story though, because like so far it's been an actual storyline. So I don't know. It's about supposedly the synopsis is about two girls and their fucking brother with a cis complex, even though I don't really see that. Like,
I feel like they have the brother complex.
I feel like it's the other way around. Yeah, the synopsis must be wrong. But like, yeah, it's about two sisters and the brother, and then like, there's the two cat girls, which also love the brother. Everybody loves the brother. But, no, it's it's not like Aramanga Sensei or fucking, Little Sisters All You Need and all this stuff.
The brother's just a really nice dude.
Yeah, it's just a normal dude. And so it's just about a bunch of cute little lolies basically doing cute little things, and then loli and cat girls too, and whatever. I'm assuming she's supposed to be a cutie, short, weird thing, and it's actually okay. And this is from somebody who hates that kind of shit. It's good. And then on to Steins Gate Zero. Yes. From, like, the beginning. Fucking... So Steins Gate Zero backstory is it's the Beta World line, it's the 23B ending, or whatever the fuck those people were calling it in the comments. It's episode 23, what happens at the end whenever he fucking basically kills, Makise. And this is 2 years later, I think, after that whole incident. So, he kills Makise Kurisu and saves Mayuri that way. But now, he's in fucking, like, immense turmoil. Because, in the original one, the whole point of the original one, is he goes back again afterwards to make sure he's able to save everybody. Which is his point. He wants nobody to be dead. So he goes back in time to redo his again. But in this timeline, that's not what happens. And she's been dead for 2 years. He's fucking not doing well. Like, he no longer goes to the laboratory. He's no longer doing the whole deranged fucking mad scientist thing anymore. He's, like, all he wears is dark clothing now. He's fucking gone. Like, he's not feeling good after that. 2-second flashbacks and all that shit. Otherwise known to normal humans as PTSD. So he's seeing a therapist and all sorts of stuff. It's basically trying to tell him it's not real or whatever. And within the first episode, he sees, or there's a seminar at the college he goes to, and I guess he's also working at, and a girl from the school that Kurisu is from comes up, and is talking about a thesis. Well, the researcher, or their AI, whatever the fuck they're doing, and it was all based off of research and an idea that Kurisu had, and they talked about it. Because basically I think he's been trying to say that she never existed kind of deal now. Trying to pretend that she never existed. Because nobody else knows her, obviously. She never came to the laboratory since a children. But, he's been trying to cope with that, and now it's just like, nope, she was real. Good job. And then we'll see more in the next episode. But it's mind-fucky, super thrillery and gritty. It's fucking Steins Gate that we all know and love, but it's going to be the new story. So, yeah. Oh, also the beginning shows you that the world that the whole line they live in, it's continuing to be used, is that it's literal hell. It is the worst world line, apparently.
Damn.
Killing her apparently caused bad shit. I'm gonna go probably with, since it has to do with AI, I'm gonna have to go with, Terminators. Basically. That's what it's probably gonna be going down to. So, yeah. We'll see what happens there. Is there anything else you've watched coming this way? I know we watched Megalobox, but you've watched anything else before it?
I've watched Dadakun Wakoi wo Shinai.
First one, okay, go for it.
Foreign girl comes to Japan.
Foreign girl comes to Japan.
That's what I heard too. Tell Wayne I heard that too.
She I think she's probably like from England or some shit, but she has a random encounter with this dude in Japan. That's the main character. And he is a photographer, and
then they start making porn about it.
basically. Now,
is that literally what happens?
No.
Oh, okay.
It'd be hilarious if it did, but now they
only if we were on a hentai site.
It's pretty damn funny, but basically what's happening is he convinced her to become a photographer because, well, he didn't really convince her. She was just like, hey, the only person I know is in this club. I'm gonna join this club. Fuck everything else.
Yep. All right. So on to, I think, both of our ultra favorites this season. Fucking Megalobox. Oh god, my dick's so hard for that anime.
It's the only thing that we really wanted to talk about today, to be honest.
No, I mean I like to talk about all sorts of other things, realistically, but Megalobox, fucking got it's pretty much already got a 10 out of 10 for me. It is beautiful. Like
it's movie quality for sure.
It really is. Like that's gonna be one that I need to mark immediately as, hey, I need to pick this up when this is over. It's pretty good. It's got a good story. It's got beautiful animation. And on top of that, beautiful fight scenes. It's like Fate, basically, but just boxing.
And nice soundtracks, don't forget that.
Oh yeah, its music's pretty cool too. It actually honestly gives me a solid 90s, like late 90s, early 2000s anime feel. That's probably why I like it so much. You get that feeling too?
I would say so, yeah.
I think that's what it is. I honestly think that's why we like it so much. Because it's like, oh, it's good. It's back when anime was good.
I mean, shit. Didn't they say that they're doing this for like a 20th anniversary or some shit like that?
I think it's like a 50th. I don't know. It's something.
It might have been 50th. 50th sounds more reasonable.
An original story based on the Shiti no Jo manga. Let's see. Just to fucking check this real quick.
Welcome to the stream, Little Helper.
Yes, welcome, Little Helper. The original was back in '68. So yeah,
damn.
Or something. Or no, 30 years. Good shit. Cool. There you go. There's history behind it. Yep.
I'm like looking through the fucking stream and it's like that looks old school AF.
It's cool. It's great. So, that basically it's so far it's about main character, JD or Jump Dog. Fucking boxing. He's currently starts off doing fixed fights, even though he wants to fight for realsies, because he could easily shit on most of those fools. Meets the creator of the Megaloboxing tournaments, basically her pet. He even acts like he calls her owner and everything. And they wants to fight for realsies. Well, second episode rolls around. Dude bro rolls up to their fixed fighting ring, and he fucking starts fighting them. He's, super cocky, tries to use only one hand, is kind of beating the shit out of the main character. Kind of. I say kind of because the main character eventually launches a strike that causes the man to use his second arm, or else he would have probably been knocked the fuck out. And even like the dude's face says the same thing, and that's exactly what he says too. It's like, if you didn't use your other arm, you probably would have been down already. So anyway, he gets beat down. He goes down for the count. Gets back up still, even though like he made the big bad basically says nobody's ever gotten up from that. So then he's like, come see me in my ring. And then that's the journey I'm assuming that we're going to start watching is the journey of this man fighting to get into the Megalobox tournament and then fighting Yuri.
I mean, he got his an ID and everything.
He got a fake ID because he didn't. The reason why he didn't join in the first place is because he was not a real citizen. Even though I'm pretty sure he was. Like, all the childhood shots or whatever, when he was a kid, just shows him inside the city.
Yeah. I mean,
They
you
probably
might have
just
to
lost
reapply
his
for
ID.
citizenship or something like that.
Yeah. Well, he didn't even have to reapply. He probably just needed a new ID. I don't know how the future ID system works, but I like Social Security and stuff. If you lose that shit, you just get another one.
Basically, yeah.
So, anyway. So yeah. That's basically where we're at. A short, simple, sweet.
And there's not way too much to talk about for the series yet because it's just starting out.
Yep.
Other than like just how fantastic it is.
Yep. Thank you, cat. Kitty cat came down. She came out of the fucking suitcase bag.
It's not like the fucking Talkshow where we're dissecting the game mechanics of the anime last season. I think what was it, Death March?
Mm-hmm.
We went on like fucking 10-20 minutes just talking about the game mechanics and how the like what he's able to do and like the limitations of it and shit.
Yeah, which was one of the cool things about it. Anyway. And now on to Soreto Sunipo Sunibiko Wa Ryu. Anyway, the fucking magical swords anime with dragons. This anime is interesting. It starts off following two wizards, also those Jushiki, I think, in this series or whatever. Or offensive Jushikis, which is like what they're called. I'm assuming it's offensive spells. But anyway, these two dudes, within the first episode, defeat what they think is a black dragon, which is supposed to be super hardcore and elder or whatever the fuck. They defeated a like fake or free elder or something like that, which is still a big deal. Three-eyed, ultra old dragon, and from there you find out that they have an agency where they defeat things. It's two dudes working together. You find out a little bit about their quirks. Red-haired dude's got a waifu, some elf woman with big old titties. The police girl with the big titties. And really, there's not too much going on. And then the last episode, they have a job now working for the cardinal of one of the factions, as there are two factions that I guess inhabit the existence of this place. One is a church-like monarchy kind of faction, and the other one is like the dragon people faction. Says there's dragons in this. There's also dragon-human hybrid things, I think, or draken, which I think is like descendants of the dragon or something like that, for humans. Something of that nature. And anyway, those two factions are fighting, because the dragons, I think, are allied, basically, for the dragons have their region, humans have their region, and then there's like a DMZ, demilitarized zone, or neutral zone between the two. Dragons aren't supposed to go into it and go into human land, or so they can kill and stuff like that. And then there's a girl running around that's, I'm assuming, the wife of the dragon, the elder dragon guy, the elder dragon who killed. And she's trying to kill both of these dudes. Probably because they killed the old dragon. I mean, it doesn't explain. The chick's just using names, but I think through context clues, I'm pretty sure it's just the dragon was also, it was her husband. Because she's like in human form, but her speech is kind of fucked up. Just seems weird. Also, she had to use weird magic. But yeah, and that's basically where it leaves off. Is they fought her at the last. And that's it. Hard to explain. Okay, from there, I'm gonna go with Hinamatsuri. Now, this is another anime that's. It's kind of cute. So it starts off with some weird fucking some weird, what's the word here? Gintama level fight scene. And the chick's beating up a bunch of dudes. But anyway, then it, I guess, goes back in time, question mark? Somehow?
Yeah.
Yeah. It like goes back a couple years
It's like
or whatever.
this is how it started, kind of deal.
Yeah. And so, anyway, long story short, they're, well, not really explained too much of what they are. They're little girls
They
sent
kind of
from
avoid
another,
it, to be honest.
little girls sent from another dimension? Planet? Question mark? Question mark?
I'm pretty
Question
sure
mark?
there's
Question mark?
aliens, dude.
Yeah, they're basically aliens. I don't know. Anyway, but they speak perfect Japanese though.
Yeah.
And they also know what like Japanese stuff is. So I don't know.
It is kind of weird.
So anyway, whatever.
It is
They
weird.
come from a magical portal out of nowhere in these weird little drop pod things. And
Drop
what?
in this man's apartment.
Yeah, one
It's
finds
hilarious.
the first one. Hina finds herself inside of a Yakuza fucking member's apartment, basically. Where he has all these fancy faces and shit. Anyway, fast forward, she breaks shit, whatever, they have their own little hijinks, and he figures out that she has, well, he immediately figures out she has powers, but he, like, goes to put her powers to good use. As a Yakuza, he's actually a decent human being, which is weird, I think, honestly. Like, he doesn't want to make her kill anybody, even though he knows that she fucking could go Green Egg's hand. And, like, he tries to make her use her power, you know, as least destructive as possible, and all this other stuff. He, like, fucking shelled out tons of money for her, bought her tons of clothing, furniture, all that stuff. Set her
I
up
think
in
it was
school.
like 1 million yen or some shit like that.
10. It was 10. It was a
10
lot.
million yen. Yeah.
I think the total was, like, 10 or something, because it came back up. They're like, I heard that he bought his daughter, like, 10 or 20 million yen in clothing and stuff. And it's like, oof, ouch. I mean, that's $100,000 with shit. A lot of fucking money.
Yeah, dude. Fucking all the clothing and shit.
Yeah. What's funny is
Oh, God,
he's
so
a
much.
Yakuza dude and he's just like living the high life or whatever. So, but anyway, he's not using her as a tool. Kind of like the whole Violet Evergarden thing where the major didn't really use her as a tool. Really turned not to. They come to agreements, whatever, and they're just kind of running around living life. She, well, I think originally wanted to go back to where she was from, but I think now she decided
No,
that
she
well, originally
like,
she did.
She
And-
she pretty much just ran away from that planet.
Well, or they actually,
I mean,
one of the two.
that's why they sent that one girl to go kill her.
Yeah, I don't know if she ran away or if somebody like excommunicated her kind of deal.
One of the two. The point is,
But no.
she's no longer of that planet.
Well, no, I think she had said she wanted to go back, but then she was like, I want to stay here with you because you're not going to fucking make me do all this shit. You know,
Yeah,
when you're around, you don't do all
instead
this
she just does it of her free will. It's like, oh hey, bad person, okay, I go and take care of all of them.
Yeah. And then second episode, another girl with psychic powers as well, was sent to kill her. They end up basically having some retarded battle, which is kind of funny. And Hina won, whatever. Hina was like, basically she's changed. I think she used to be fucking probably super ultra murderous and stuff. And that she didn't end with that dude, she changed. And they became really, basically, ultra friendly friends and had a good time, or whatever, however. And, yeah, then they worked out a deal where they were just gonna say that she had been killed. Yeah. And then the girl couldn't get back to her own whatever. I'm just gonna call it her own X. Location X. Because I don't know if it's I don't know if it's the universe. I don't even know if it's like a facility on the planet, on planet Earth. I have no idea. Until it's explained.
I still think it's hilarious that Hina pretty much snapped her neck.
Yeah, that too. She's just like, I was using my strongest. No, I was holding back a little bit. Just fucking broke her neck. It's just like, well done. So, yeah. And then, like, the next half of the episode is they're just, like, has a friend from school. The dude bro's trying to get all the women back because the women think that he has a kid now and is treating his kid right. And so the women are, like, all the floozies he's with not on there, just kind of not being there.
Ends up taking Hina to a titty bar. And it's
Uh,
great.
Not only that, but the little girl became a bartender. The Hina's friend became the bartender because they were looking for her father or calling for her father, which is a Yakuza dude, and like they went to the bar that he always goes to. Nobody was there. Drunk dude walked in. Drunk dude started telling her how to make orders, and the girl just kind of became a bartender accidentally because she was too awkward and scared to know what to do. And I'm pretty sure it's just going to be canon now, like what she's going to do now. And it's like, they're all in elementary or something, I think.
Something
No.
like that, yeah.
Actually, are they in elementary? They might be in middle school or something. Hina's just smaller and looks like a little kid, but like that other chick looks kind of middle-aged or whatever. Middle-aged or teenage or something.
I mean,
So anyway.
if anything, it'd be like early middle school or like late elementary.
Yeah, something like that. Either way. So yeah, it's just kind of funny. And then, like, yeah, as he says, they all get drunk, and then they decide, Hina says that she wants to go to a girly bar, and then at first he's like, no! And then the drunk dude next to him says, we should do it! And then he looks and he's like, let's go to a girly bar! And then they go prance through the street to a girly bar.
Fucking all of them too. It's hilarious.
It is hilarious. It's pretty funny. It's kind of good. I like it. Skipping Tojo no Miko, because that's the only thing I didn't catch up on, sadly. But we'll get more back on that eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched too much. Then on to Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory. This is the fucking beginning of the Full Metal Panic series. I don't even remember what the fuck happened in that series. I believe Mithril was gonna start, or was fighting fucking whatever the agency that her brother's in. It starts off, they're basically going to fight, Mithril, which is where Testarossa and the main characters have been in fucking, follow them and their weird, alpha drive or whatever the fuck it's called and all that shit. They're there. And then the enemy organization, which I forget what it's called, the enemy organization is like, oh yeah, so, those people fucked up, and you guys have been fucking destroying us, we're gonna take it seriously now. And then they launch an all-out attack on Mithril and basically have fucking, so far, as far as I can tell, we've kind of wiped most of their organization. And they said they were gonna take it serious. They fucking did calculated strikes on their headquarters across the world and fucking basically been fucking them up. And then now the main characters are being engaged at the end of the first episode. They're surrounded. I'm assuming they're gonna have, an anime plot armor is going to save them. And all of that. Going to get the robot to do robot things. It's Full Metal Panic being serious. Because Full Metal Panic's half serious, half comedy, half romance, whatever. But yeah, it's just like fucking this series is just instantaneously into the series. Let's see. Then on to Grand Quest Stinky. Ah, yes, good old Grand Quest War. Well, we have a lot of war. War were declared, basically. Oh boy, Kingdom of Alturk died. From that battle now, Theo is now going to basically restart everything over in his homeland. And now all of his friends are back together. Except for, I think, Lost and Massive and all of them. They're doing the other thing, holding off the alliance. Or the union or whatever. And anyway, so he's back in his homeland, fighting the Rossinis, which was his original goal that he told Silica, like in that first, I guess, arc, or whatever the fuck I want to call it, in the beginning. Snow's there to take over the land, and I guess from there he's gonna do what he did in the beginning of the Grindcrest fucking anime. He's gonna take everything over and just kind of shit stomp people's souls inward from there, and kind of carve himself another nation again. That's what I'm predicting at least.
And now the question is if whether or not it'll be taken away from him again.
The summer will be he only let it go away last time, so they could, like, keep his lover. I think it's cool that they finally, like, basically let that out. We're like, yeah, so I love you. Because, I mean, it was just like, yeah, I did it for this chick. And everyone's like, oh my god, he did it for this chick. And he's like, yeah, I did it for this chick. And then they're just like, oh, so yeah, no, I totally love you. And she loves me. So that was good. But basically, he's just going around this town, getting denied. In the most recent episode, getting denied by most of, pretty much all of the villages, because they're too afraid to go against the Rossinis, since they ruled basically super dictator-like in the Iron Fist. Anything that was anything done wrong, they were persecuted and, like, instantly killed for basically any excuse. I'm sure that people were just killed for any excuse, and then on top of that. So basically, the people who lived in fear didn't feel like it. He got to his hometown, his old friend or whatever, the one that saw him off. I'm guessing the chick that loved him or whatever, some sort of woman to him, basically bait him into a trap. He knew it was coming. Townspeople ended up coming to his aid. They ended up killing that Rossini general. And then I think he went on to do another fight and kill another general with other people that he had gathered after that point. And ended up bringing down that entire regime, and now I guess he ends the area with the other Rossini general leaders. So yeah, literally it's just the beginning. It's like the beginning of the series where he kind of fucking goes in, shits on people, and then systematically starts taking over everything. What I'm waiting for, though, in this anime is this fight with the sand guy. The fucking really evil who just murders everybody. That's gonna be good.
That'd be a very fun time, yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't the sand dude was actually on their side before?
He was.
I wonder what made him decide to not be with them anymore.
Because of his whole ideology about, like, military force. Like, that was the only thing. You've been watching it, haven't you?
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah. He said the only reason he allied
confused.
with the Alliance chick was not only because she offered her body to him, giggity, but also because she was going to rule through fucking blood and iron kind of deal, which means by just fighting and taking everything by force. And that's the way he likes living. That's what he thought. Because that was the whole reason why he didn't like Theo, because Theo was like a nice dude and didn't want to do that. And then, like, he kind of liked the Alt-Turk guy, but the Alt-Turk guy was the same way. He didn't really want to rule that way, or didn't want to continue fighting. That's why he ended up turning against him. It's because of that. He called him soft or whatever.
Honestly, Theo is basically what that girl with the blonde hair used to be before all this shit happened.
Something like that.
If you think about it.
I guess. Nah, he was more like the blonde-haired dude. He's trying to get them together. Because blonde-haired dude's pretty chill, the dude who wanted her originally, kind of super pussy.
Yeah.
But he's not a super pussy. But that dude is a super pussy. Anyway, on to Beatless. Beatless continues to be the robot waifu anime that I've come to know and love. You have, the finishing up of the whole, part where they're out visiting their father, and, the city is basically being attacked by, I guess, no rockets. But where all of the fucking, robots in the experiment area start turning into zombies and shit, which is fun. But anyway, main character tells Lacia that he loves her, to stop fucking Mr. Dingo Atari from fucking taking her or becoming the second owner. And I mean, he's doing this while he's trying to save his sister. For some reason, there's men that have his sister at gunpoint, following this dude around, and it's like, what the fuck? And they're talking about fighting, Snowdrop fighting everybody, and then it just kind of time skips to Gingo Watari is dead. Etho doesn't exist anywhere. Snowdrop is gone. Everybody's gone, and he's getting questioned by the police. Now they're kind of worried about him. The police are trying to figure out like how he's involved in all these other things, and it's interesting. Everybody around him trying to tell him that the robot is using him because he's a little bitch and doesn't make any of his own decisions, which is quite possible. I don't think so. I think like the robot waifu and his relationship is probably legit. It'll be great. I mean, what more can a weeb like waifu lover have? You know, just pity. Anyway, at the end of the most recent episode, they all get invited to the, I guess she's black, I don't know, the little brown girl that has the maid fetishes place, and all of the AIs, or the red boxes, or the robot women are present, and they're basically discussing the future and talking about fighting or something like that. I don't know, for some reason, the brown girl's talking about blowing everybody up, fucking bombs. This entire facility has bombs. It's like, bitch, you crazy. I don't know what the whole point is, other than the fact that she's, I guess, found information at the beginning of Atari where he's asking questions because the guy was fucking crazy. He's talking about the future AIs and shit. And he was saying he wanted to see the future, see what the AIs decided, what they wanted to do, who they wanted to kill, shit like that. And it's just like, whoa, no. That's about it. Feed list. Onto Maho Shoujo sites. Fucking this anime. Fucking brutal. First couple episodes.
Magical
Jesus
girl
Christ.
anime from hell.
Fucking magical girl anime. You only get magical powers if you fucking want to kill yourself kind of shit. Like,
Basically.
these girls are all deeply, like, depressed and suicidal and all sorts of other things. Basically, the magical girl site, as it's called, only grants magical powers to girls that have very, like, just terrible backstories. Girls that are having very difficult lives and stuff like that. I mean, like, the main character of the first episode, I've never had an anime piss me off so much, like, not even for the plot of how it's bad, like, it pissed me off because as I was watching what was happening to the poor girl, like, that shit exists in real life. Somebody is getting treated that way by people just like that. And that's why it pissed me off, because I fucking hate human beings. But anyway. So yeah, main characters are fucking everybody's punching bag. Like, brother's punching bag. Fucking, just, all the people at school. I mean, it got to the point where, like, these girls, not only were they drowning her and kicking her and just fucking her up, they killed her fucking cat that she had found that she was taking care of. It was, like, her only source of enjoyment. Like, she has no way to, like, even live at home because her brother, you know, chokes her out and beats her ass and shit like that and abuses her at home. Cat, stop it! Get down! Get down! There you go. And, like, yeah, and then these terrible human beings, like, kill the cat because she loves it, only to fuck with her. And then, like, they pull in a dude to fucking rape her. And then whenever they die, and they think the girl killed her, they get fucking even more mad at the girl. And it's like, bitch, you were trying to get this girl raped. What is wrong with you people? Of course they deserve to die. I'm over here like, they fucking just kill them all.
So
And the
you're probably mad that the one's still alive, aren't you?
Not really. But, you know, like, now the girl, after she fucking pulled the trigger on her magical gun and killed the two people that were after the person who were trying to rape her and, like, do all those other things, now she's super sad and feels terrible, and then now, like, she has the power to basically kill people if she chooses to. Like, she feels terrible, and she doesn't ever want to kill anybody again. And I'm like, no! And the character, the second character, the blonde-haired chick with the stop time, I feel like is much more reasonable. She's like, yeah, just get rid of this trash. Now, some of the things she was saying, you know, people being annoying for X reasons, and some of those reasons were weird, and, like, they are talked about. All this other shit, I was like, whoa, telling people for that reason is not okay. But, like, again, these people were beating you up every day. They were making your life a living hell. You'll try to fucking jump into the train, like, multiple times now. They all, like, again, the man tried to rape you! Come on!
It's just kill them all, get it over with, and then yeah, go from there.
Pretty much. So yeah, and then they find out there's a magical girl that's killing all the other magical girls, and they try to beat her. And so all that. Nothing really happens there. I'm sure it's gonna go
I mean,
it's gonna go into
it's
the next episode.
it's kind of weird how she dies in the end, though.
Oh yeah, where she just fucking dies randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm going to assume it has something to do with all of the powers she's using. However, on the other hand, I'm kind of curious, like, since she had so many devices, if, like, each one had its own, like, life power magic reserve thing, or if it all just ran off. See, that's probably why she died then, because she was using too many magical things.
Well, I mean, her approach to this apocalyptic kind of deal is just weird because, like, if with the kind of system that's in place, you would think that what you would want to go and do is just recruit a bunch of people, not to kill them, but to have them help you.
Yeah,
But
that too. That whole fucking, oh, let me just kill everybody so I can prepare for the apocalypse. Excuse me? What?
yeah, to use all their magical tools yourself. Well, you just drained a fuck ton of life going through and killing them all, and now you're going to drain even more life trying to fend off the apocalypse. Oh wait,
She was
you
only
probably
trying to
not gonna
save
have
herself.
enough.
Basically, I think it's like going to turn down to the main character is going to be the one to save the world because, well, everybody else got these things and now they're trying to fulfill their selfish desires. She still didn't have any. She's still kind of cool.
She's just gonna like make them band together and get rid of the threat, basically.
But anyway, it's interesting. I think I feel like it's pretty good so far. Alrighty. You still on fucking Saisan? And, which, by the way, sign on. This thing is now on Netflix.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep.
No, we don't want to watch Naruto.
Ah, I don't watch Naruto. Speaking of Naruto, Boku no Hero Academia, 3rd season. This is going.
Yes, I am still watching Saisen.
Okay.
And
Oh, where are you gonna
it's
talk
so
about?
great. Well, you find out that he's been repeating his last year. I think he said it was fourth time because after every year that he lives, he goes to see if he's strong enough to fucking save Japan from this volcano, and he fails every time. So he just reverts back to 4 years ago. I thought that was kind of cool.
So he can control time with his psychic power.
He can do fucking anything with his psychic power.
Obviously, he can't stop the fucking volcano from melting.
Yeah, but I mean, everything else he can do.
You know, with that same theory, couldn't he just pause a specific part of the volcano and just leave it alone?
You would think that.
I mean, that'd be something that would be semi-reasonable. But then he dies in the future, and then fucking all of a sudden the volcano erupts. And it's like, oh, I'm dead, not my problem.
Yeah, I guess his goal is to just permanently stop it.
Yeah, I'm not alive to give a fuck. That's interesting. I might have to check it out at some point. I probably should. I don't know. But yeah. Okay, so on to Boku no Hero Academia. Here we go. 3rd season of fucking My Hero Academia. Fucking still starting off fucking pretty solid. They're fucking the first one's kind of a catch up, kind of the obligatory beach episode deal. But not much is going on. And then now
Well,
their
they're-
summer
Yeah,
camp
they're in
thing
the
is beginning.
training camp and shit.
Oh yeah, that's the second episode. The first episode doesn't have all that. First episode's them doing swimming and fucking around. Right? Second episode's like, oh yeah, now we're doing training. Woo! So yeah, now the training camp thing starts. We go, get together, and now they're on a giant, basically a giant ranch in the middle of nowhere, where the two cat girls, which I thought was kind of cool, there's fucking cat girl
Oh, yes, dude.
superheroes, and I'm just like, okay, yeah. Apparently one of the cat girls is like 40. Or something. She's old. But like, she doesn't
I
look
thought
old
it
at
was
all.
ridiculous. Yeah, she looks like she's in her fucking 20s or some shit. And it's like, oh yeah, she's fucking 40. What?
Yep. Anyway. So, yeah, they're there. They're fighting all of the stuff that she's basically spawning. I guess her ability is to control Earth. And she's making monsters, and they're fighting through it to the objective, which is the clubhouse. Anyway, there's backstory of the little kid that's with them. Fucking Minato is trying to peep in the bath scene, obviously. Gets the shit kicked out of him. And then, like, kid, after smacking Minato, starts falling down too. And, our, All Might V2 boy, is it, Deku, or,
Yeah, it's Deku.
I know it's Deku, but I mean his real name. Midoriya, there we go, saves him, and fucking... so I wanted to point out, like, that one girl was trying to, the cougar hardcore on all of the young boys, right? Well, like,
Yeah.
Midoriya is just sitting there the whole time, in a fucking towel, like, ripped
I noticed
as
that too.
shit. And I'm like, are you, put clothes on, question mark? Are you just gonna roll around fucking with your dick hanging out? Like, yeah, you just saved the kid, sure, but now you're sitting there getting told a story. It's gotta be fucking cold in there. Like, what? Like, that's just
I
the only
know.
thing. And then, like, the blonde haired chick doesn't even go ham on him. Like, he's fucking ripped.
I
He
know.
is so goddamn ripped. It's
Shit's
hilarious.
ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, you just have the little kid's backstory. Well, and as you see in the fucking intro, like, Midoriya's gonna save the kid. The fucking villains are gonna attack soon. That's the end, and yeah.
Very fun time, yes. Very, very fun time.
Alright, from there, going on to Devil's Line. Devil's Line is odd. It's a story about vampires and how, and this is kind of like on the flip side of some of the vampire fiction, or some of like what people think. This is a traditional like view of a vampire. But the vampires, like, fucking when they suck blood gives them an ultra, like, super erotic stimulation, and like, heals them, it fucking gives them ultra erotic stimulation, and it's like a drug, it's like, I think the anime says, it's like when a normal person fucking does a drug, or like cocaine or something, except it's 3 times worse and more addictive than like a normal person doing drugs. So yeah, freaking blood, the sight of blood, just blood in existence in this anime is just all bad. Like, you're bleeding, fucking, you're just gonna get shit on by a vampire. Anyway, main character is this chick. She's been going to school with this dude, turning down this dude. Apparently, said dude is a vampire. And he's been resisting fucking, like, biting her, sucking her blood, fucking her dead corpse. And, like, all this shit for so long. And, like, he starts to somehow lose it, doesn't. The police steps in because he's been mass murdering people. He's been mass murdering specifically women instead. So he's been serial killing other women so that he doesn't fucking kill her. Because he loves her or something. Anyway, fucking black-haired police dude comes in and is like, yo, you gotta come with me. You're gonna lose his shit. Because it looked like he almost lost his shit on the chick when he was about to get hand divided. Anyway, they kind of fight it out. And, Casey wins, whatever. The dude gets knocked the fuck out and is put in custody. And then at the end of the first episode, police dude fucking takes her back to her house, just realizes this whole time after spending time with her, she's bleeding from her lip. And then you find out he's a vampire. Because he fucking, like, pins her against the wall, shoves his fucking knee in her crotch, and then starts fucking making out with her. And I was like, whoa, we're gonna go here? Sweet. Immediate rape. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I need to watch this.
And then, like, the second episode, she's just fucking dreaming that they're fucking hardcore with, like, blood included. And I was like, whoa! Alright! This is the fuck scene! Sweet! But it turns out to be a dream. And so basically, she kinda is falling for this guy. And she's been afraid of dudes all her life. I'm guessing if something kinda comes up. And, like, she's never liked any other dudes. But no, she's fallen in love with this dude. This dude's actually falling in love with her as well. And yeah. Fucking, he's going out on a balcony all the time. Like, he's like going to stalker-ish level fucking things. Yeah. Let me just, like, drop this bit of information. At some point in the episode, he gets her fucking blood on him, and then, like, as he's like, oh shit, I need to clear this off. As he's looking it off, he, like, goes and he starts taking off his pants in the alleyway. I'm assuming he just fucking beats his meat while he's fucking going to town on the blood on his hand.
Oh my
Because
god.
it smells and tastes so good. It reminds me of the fucking Evangelion masturbation scene from Shinji in the hospital. And it's like, oh boy. But like it says, it's fucking ultra sexual, fucking unresistible. Like, that's what blood does to them. So I'm like, yo, is this man about to just beat his fucking meat in the alleyway? While licking her blood off his hand. Oh yeah. He stopped the fucking, there was a teacher who she went to see. He stopped the teacher from over here. So far, this anime is like super romantic and just full of like almost rape scenes. Like, everybody's trying to rape this shit. So, yeah. It's definitely weird. It's kind of interesting. I like it.
It's definitely a mature anime.
Something like that, yeah. And then on to Darling in the Franxx. Here we have, the last few episodes have been about, fucking Zero Two going into a stampede, the backstory of Zero Two and, Hero, which apparently knew each other from childhood. He just didn't remember anything from before. I wonder why he didn't remember. Probably because they dosed him for drugs and shit. Hey,
well, they said that they cleared his fucking memories.
That's true.
They were just like, erase it.
Yeah, even though obviously you didn't erase it. Because human mind is one of those things you can't fuck with.
Well, okay. I guess they suppressed it.
Ow, you little shit. What are you doing, huh? Maybe a little shit. But anyway, yeah, Darling in the Franxx was solid. And then we get to the part where now Zero Two is fucking left. Like, all of his friends, or whatever, his squadmates are trying to keep them apart. And they succeeded, basically, even though they gave in to the fact that their love was strong and wanted to see each other, and they just kind of gave in. Also, it didn't help that fucking Zero Two went grenades in him and, like, almost beat the shit out of all of them. We'll say almost killed, but he just beat the shit out of all of them.
I mean, Zero Two kind of fucked up though, because like she was living her life like to meet up with this dude that she met as a kid. Didn't realize who that was, and then
I guess
almost killed him.
Yeah, but anyway, they had their fallout, and now here, like, fucking, what's her name, Ichigo confessed love to him. He doesn't love her, though. He loves Zero Two, and he always has, and probably always will. Fucking love triangles, squares, fucking hexagons, pentagons, I don't know. Cause, like, fat dude loved the one chick, and the one chick kinda likes Mitsu, I'm just gonna call him, I think it's Mitsu, but I'm gonna call him Mitsubishi. And,
I wouldn't really call it a love square. There's 4 people, but they're not all.
Well, Goro likes fucking Ichigo. So that's 4. That's a square, mate. And well,
Yeah,
Goro
yeah,
doesn't like it's not a square totally because Goro doesn't like anybody. So it's a triangle with an arrow pointing to it for some reason.
There we go.
It's what it is. Yeah.
It's this misshapen open
Cat!
box.
Oi!
Because there is no full circle there.
Bad. So I'm trying to come up there. We're doing a little shit. Anyway, so yeah, it's fucking weird. There's a lot of random shit, like a lot of things. It was funny because the Darling in the Darling in the Franks Facebook shared a picture that showed of who likes who thing. Apparently Mitsuru likes Hiro. So like I don't know if they're going gay there or what. And then the one glasses chick likes Ichigo. So yeah, no, there is like a lot of weird shit going on.
See, I thought they were just dudes being dudes and girls being girls, but if they like each other to that level, okay.
Well, because he said he wants him to pilot with it, and like they can't pilot unless they're like do the fucking ass and face thing,
Good point. Good point.
which is also oddly sexual. Like I got over that really quickly. I was like, oh no, it's super sexual, and then it just kind of went away from that super quick. And at first I thought it was super edgy, and then it was just like, yeah. It's actually very plot heavy, and things get serious. But anyway, enough about that. Still haven't touched that fucking Sword Art Online. It's the only,
The
I
real
think,
question is, do we want to touch it?
that's the only new one I haven't touched. I want to touch it, even though the main character's all pink and she has a P90, which is one of my favorite guns, by the way, and it's all pink. And that kind of hurts me on a fucking, like, fundamental level. But anyway. So I'm just kidding. I want to watch that and get into it, because, like, I am the king of anime here on this show, so, like, I need to. I mean, I'm well above, I think, everybody else that I know is watching anime this season.
And I mean, being well above, like everybody else, like anime and shit, that would give you the privilege of skipping over a Sword Online anime.
Well, the privilege of skipping over Sword Art Online anime is just that you don't want to see trash. Oof. Ah. God. Anyway, but Persona 5 the animation. So here we have the video game kind of condensed into an anime. I'm not familiar with the games or the game, but it seems like from what little I saw, some of my friends playing on Twitch, it's following the game pretty well. What the fuck is my cat doing? Jesus fucking Christ. It's pretty good so far. Cat's gonna get its ass beat. But it's all pretty good so far, and I'm enjoying it. I think it'll be a pretty solid decision. I don't know how to explain its persona. The main characters lived a life where he was damned for something he didn't do. It's also kind of like doing dream sequencing stuff. He was caught for stealing stuff, and the police questioning him, he questioned about some shit. And that's kind of the relevant for dream sequence past stuff. And it's just kind of reliving his past. It's talking about basically how the game works. So there's the real world, and then there's the alternate world, or whatever the fuck it's called. And it's just like the game. There's going in between the two. And that's what they're doing. They're going to have a fight and learning fucking everything. Learning they're getting their powers with the first couple episodes and fighting. So far they don't have any weapons. They're just using the personas or whatever, which is like them having behind their abilities. Which is the game you can get later on. But anyway. So yeah. That's
I thought they got those immediately.
Maybe. I haven't played fucking games, so I have no idea. You'll have to ask Kenneth. Kenneth actually played Persona.
Of course he did. He plays all the RPG games.
Yes, it just doesn't seem like valid. But anyway, do you have can you cover fucking what's it called, the second season of 7 Innocents?
I'm not caught up.
No, fuck's sake. I've really had to piss this whole time, but I'm the only one that's watched most of these. So, like, I have to stay here. I don't get a fucking choice.
I mean, you can go for Caligo.
I will, exactly. Except it's just gonna butcher it. It's gonna kill me. Hopefully you don't do that. I don't know. It is you. You did miss the love triangle. The most obvious love triangle the one time. And I will never forgive you.
You have a wireless headset. Why don't you just go pee while you talk about it?
I will, but like I have to mute it, or else it's just like I'm streaming piss sounds. Congratulations. So anyway, so in the second season of Seven Days Sins, Meliodas and all them, I guess, complete their power up. We got the story being told about Vaughn and his father, which is the werewolf man. Let's see, Meliodas fucking goes and beats up seven deadly sins, the sin of truth, or the Ten Commandments. The commandment of truth. Good stuff named Old Man, basically, is what it seems like. And he basically shows the old man and the one weird chick with the magic that brought everybody back from the dead. Elaine came back to life and went to go fucking fight or fuck with Vaughn.
Wait, Elaine's alive again? Goddamn.
Yes, the fucking chick revived everybody, like a lot of people. And what that is like they're revived with all of their regrets or whatever. Basically, all of their like malice and stuff is amplified. So anyway, Elaine's like jealousy and all this other stuff's amplified. She's trying to kill Jericho. Vaughn loves her anyway, and like doesn't show her any sort of non-trusting or unfaithfulness, because that chick is the commandment of faith or something like that. Something I don't know, something like that. Where like it's devotion or something. So he trusts her or whatever. And I don't know what would happen to him if he didn't trust her, but her power didn't go off because he trusted Elaine the whole time. Oh, it burns out people's eyes. There we go. So they like lose faith or stop trusting. That's what it is. And so that's what happened. So that didn't happen to her or him, and yeah, they're fighting. He uses his fucking hunt power and steals the power of them. Beats the shit out of the old man. Dude, again. Was just shit talking. He ends up escaping after he beats both of them a little bit. And now he's dealing with the backlash of his body not being able to handle all the power he stole. And now Jericho's got to carry them all to victory. That's the end of that episode. Met up, started making out. They were fighting. She tried to kill him or something. They were trying to kill him. He just wouldn't die. What's up? Oh, they pulled his soul out of his body, tried to eat his soul. And then Zivago, which is his dad, the werewolf man, swapped places with him and saved his life by him getting eaten instead of Vaughn. So Vaun survived and went back into his body. And then all the rest of the stuff happened, and it's just like, well then. And that's where that ends at. Oh, Caligula's, oh god!
You want me? You just want to go to the bathroom, and come back, and then talk about Caligula?
No, go for it. Okay. Talk about it.
All right, so fucking first episode, just your average fucking school day. The character is kind of like Trooper, fucking philosophy nerd AF. And then some weird shit happens. People fucking killing each other out of nowhere. Some people not being able to recognize this because they haven't had the veil torn for them. Fucking there's this dude with the fucking the pistol. Fucking saves the main character. Gets him the fuck out of there. Fucking no real explanation other than something to do with you and the anime's description saying that they're in an alternate universe and shit created by you.
It's not you, it's you.
Mew?
It's Mew, yes. They say it Mew, it is actually the it's the Greek alphabet for Mew.
Okay.
Phonetic. Oh, it's phonetic.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
like majority of the people in this fucking world are fake as fuck.
Well, the entire world, as of the second episode, is fake as fuck.
Yeah. And then there's like there's a bunch of people that have also had the Veiltor and they're fucking scattered around. They're like running around and shit, fucking trying to escape the town. And it's like, oh hey, yeah, this we haven't created anything past this point. I'm very sorry. Please call technical
Or
support.
you have to buy more DLC, please.
Basically.
I'm sorry, but this is a locked DLC area. So, somehow they're in a computer thing. And you were,
Yeah.
incorrect. The main character does like philosophy, but he's just barely getting into philosophy. He actually likes psychology a lot. He's a psychology and philosophy. He's just like a really fucking weird dude. Like, I don't even know how he was friends with those other dudes, because like, he would basically speak complete non-English to them. And like,
Hey,
such a
that's
relevant
what
thing.
does.
Well, no. Yes and no. Like, I can understand church or so, most of it. Like, that guy just started saying random shit in the middle of nowhere. Cat, what are you doing?
Basically.
But
I mean I think that basically sums up everything though.
good enough. There's Pretty Derby, which is the other thing that I need to start watching. So let's see. Nothing else for me until we get to Shoujo Ore. Anything else for you? No? Alright. So, Maho Shoujo Ore, or fucking the other magical girl anime, is the story of a magical girl who, well, in the beginning wished she was a magical girl. And some weird, it seems like a Yakuza dude, I don't know, came into their life looking for her mom, and then her mom tells her that, hey, she was a magical girl, question mark. And apparently her mom's been a magical girl up until recently, and she threw out her back. So there's demons, well, at first they're saying that he just needs help, from random shit, and like, they totally don't fight demons and stuff. And then like, oh no, a demon appeared. But anyway, so they decide that, hey, this girl can fucking become a magical girl because she has the heart power or whatever. Long story short, the dude that she loves, which is her best friend's brother, keeps getting abducted or almost abducted by demons, and now she turns into a magical girl. The catch, though, the magical transformations is she transforms into a dude. I love the way the anime responds to it, though, like the way the fucking Yakuza dude. He's like, well, isn't a man the best, aren't men better at fighting than women? And I'm like, well, you're fucking right there. So, it's like, yeah, you'll give him the power, but, she thought she was gonna be a girl and stuff. I love how, like, some of the magical items, here's this magical item, that's a fucking pistol!
Not only that, but like the first one thing that they said was like, hey, use your hairpins, fucking throws it. These are fucking grenades.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking the rod. It's like, hey, this rod doesn't do anything. It's like,
Yeah, you
it's
just
not
gotta beat
supposed
the
to do
shit out of it
anything.
with it. It's just like
blood and shit everywhere.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. So I'm liking it a lot.
It's like, what is the rod supposed to do?
Nothing but hit focus.
Basically.
There's a little container on it you can fill it with those. But no,
Yeah, I noticed
and
that
the
too.
second episode rolls around. Fucking the main character is saving the dude again. There's some creepy person in the shadows that's watching them and trying to take the guy away or something like that. And then now the other girl, her best friend, becomes a magical girl, a magical guy. And apparently she loves the main character, which I figured was going to happen. And how they get their powers by shouting the name of the one they love. It's just like, oh no. So yeah. That's how that's going. It's
Dude,
funny. It's weird, and I knew it was gonna be funny. It's fucking weird.
I love that the idol with the black hair, the
Pretty
dude's
good.
brother. I mean, yeah, the pretty boy. Fucking he's scared of the main character pretty much.
No, he's scared of the main character when she's a chick. But as a dude, like, he was blushing and shit, so maybe he likes men, question mark?
That's what it seems. I mean, fucking the sister loves other girls, and so the brother loves other dudes. So it all correlates, all makes sense. Yes.
Sure, good enough. Anyway, so from that onto Golden Kamuy. Now here's an interesting anime that's like super brutal, I guess. Main character is a soldier in the Russian-Japanese War, is dubbed Immortal Sugimoto, has a shit ton of battle scars, but basically every time he's fought, I'm guessing because it doesn't in his backstory, he just fucking charges at people and just goes green eggs in ham. He fucking tore across a battle line, like, after a cannonball exploded near him and, like, fucked him up. He was, like, bleeding. But he, instead of, like, deciding to die, he just fucking, or no, I think he got shot in the shoulder or something, but instead of deciding to die, he just fucking got up and sprinted straight into their, like, they're fighting an uphill battle, which, if you know anything about fighting in hills in the high ground, sure, it's a joke in fucking the Star Wars movie, but it's real. In fighting in trench warfare like that, fighting uphill battles, you know, it's an actual tactical advantage, and it's always very much frowned upon, because it sucks. Anyway, dude charges up the fucking hill, gets inside the trench, and just starts slaughtering everybody. And I'm like, well then. So anyway, he's fucking somehow he's back into, like, the war finished, he's retiring. I'm guessing he talks about his friend had a girl who wanted to, like, go find gold for, or was trying to make money for his friend. He was saying that he would serve, you know, oh yeah, to talk to go survive. So he's trying to make money for his friend's girl or something, for his friend's family, because he's got a wife and kids. So it's kind of good on him. He's paying up for gold. Some dude that he's with tells him a story, like a tall tale, about a prisoner who supposedly tattooed like 25 men with a map, where he hid his fucking ultra treasure, which is supposed to be like millions of, you know, yen worth. AKA a lot of money, a lot of gold. So, that dude tries to kill him. Sumoto kills that dude, finds this little girl, which is an Ainu, which I'm guessing is like basically their Indians or whatever, or their whatever the fuck they are. You know, nomadic village people type thing. And kills a bear. kills a regular bear by himself, and then or she kills the bear for him, and then he kills the ultra murder bear. Like, there's some sort of Japanese folklore included in this, like the girl's telling the stories about how when a bear eats a person, it fucking becomes like an uber bear that just thirsts from our blood kind of deal, and all stuff. And like, you know, dude kills that. They skin the guy. His skin, apparently they figured out the skin of all these tattoos were made in a way that all of the prisoners would have been killed. Like, they stop at lines, like where somebody would basically slice the body to cut it into, or slice up the skin to skin like an animal. And so, they cut the dude's skin off, and now they have part of the map. And so they're searching for the rest of the map. And so, on the second episode, they find a dude, or they're looking for a dude in the town. They end up getting followed by a dude. They have the traps that they was taught to set up for strangling squirrels, and they use it to find the dudes and start strangling the dudes. Apparently, like, the dude made a deal beforehand that he would catch all of the people so that he could find the treasure, and, you know, take some of it, and, like, he would give it to her, because apparently the prisoner dude killed her dad, and, it would get the map and the treasure, and then the dude would be put to death so she could, have her vengeance. But she can't kill anybody because she doesn't believe in killing anybody. Well, beginning of this episode, figure out that they made a deal where Sugimoto's not allowed to kill anybody. And so, he's going soft on people-ish. Well, first dude they capture gets fucking his brains blown out while the chick's trying to draw his map. By somebody that's also from the fucking army that Sugimoto realizes is from, the Immortal Seventh or whatever. Basically some super special unit of just complete badasses that, is supposed to be the best in the army or whatever. He tangles with that dude. He fucking destroys that man. But again, the chick stops him from killing him. Dude ends up fucking trying for it again and falls off, gets his fucking head split open. It looks like a rock on the way down. Falls into the river, whatever, gets picked up downstream by his friends. Well, now his fucking regiment knows that, hey, he just got fucked up because of something. So I'm sure now they're gonna be after him. Meanwhile, another prisoner shows up, one of the ones with the fucking markings, and while they're tangling with that guy, he's a super escape artist. Apparently he's got all sorts of stuff shoved in his stomach, because this man just starts, puking up little fucking paper wrap packets of first a razor blade that he cuts himself out with, and then next a bullet. The fuck, mate? Anyway, they end up falling, those two dudes end up fighting, falling, into the river while a super cold snap that turns from whatever the cold it normally was from 0 to -30 or something, and which I'm assuming is Celsius because Japan, and it was such a hard freeze and so quick that it actually would split the wood in the trees in the forest because the water would freeze basically instantly. And I'm that's kind of interesting if there's a place and that actually happens over there. But yeah, so they end up finding themselves fighting for their lives, and they figure out they have to work together to survive, because if they don't, they will fucking die. What's interesting I'm learning from this anime is, lots of survival things. I mean, there's some real world survival stuff in there, and you're like, huh, interesting. It's just kind of cool. That's basically an adventure of the soldier and the Ainu chick just trying to get the map and trying to figure out where the treasure is and all that shit. It's pretty good.
I've added this to my watch list. It sounds very entertaining.
It is actually pretty good. And then I'm moving on to Uchu Senkan Tiramisu, or Space Battleship Tiramisu. This is a 7-minute episodic fucking just random comedy thing. It's like Space Dandy, but 7 minutes basically, except the fucking main character is the pilot of the mobile suit. I thought it was going to be good. I saw with the tiramisu thing, I was like, oh, it's kind of a joke, but hey, I mean, it's still got robots and shit, right? Yeah, and then I saw it was 7 minutes, I was like, okay, this isn't bad. And then I watched the first episode, I was like, oh no, this is kind of bad. I mean, it's not bad, it's funny, and it's decent. It's just not my style, but I still like watching it, so I don't know. It's good enough. Somebody told me to watch fucking the Regenesis, which is it's like Fist of the Blue Sky, but it's Fist of the North Star Regenesis. That's what it fucking is. I didn't realize until I started watching it, until the main character's like, I am so-and-so of the 58 North Star whatever, Fist. And I'm like, oh no, this is fucking Fist of the North Star. Umaiwa Shingaru. We are already dead? That was one of the first episodes. Some dude said something like, you were already dead. He didn't say the Umaiwa Shingaru thing. This is something else. Because the main character had poked them in the skull, twice really quickly, and their fucking heads swelled up, and they just fucking died. Well, the fucking, cardiovascular system exploded. There's blood. I was hoping their heads would just pop. Like their brains swell, but that didn't happen.
It sounds like brutal comedy. Sounds wonderful.
Kind of is. Yeah. And then down here we have Jushiki Pandora, which I really like. Which they don't know and comes out randomly. There's already been 2 episodes that dropped. It's pretty cool to me. So they're in a world where they, humans of this time made a quantum fucking fusion reactor. And that's all cool and dandy, but when they lit it up, it fucking did some weird shit and caused some sort of resonation on like a particular wave that ended up causing everything to start evolving. So like plants and stuff, it caused non-organic matter to evolve. And AIs and stuff. So what ended up happening, the backstory is that the environment started producing fucking, like, metal things, started having basically babies, and there's an entire new organism that continues to evolve, and it's like metallic, it's like robotic, but also organic at the same time. It's fucking weird. And it's ever evolving much faster than humanity can evolve now, which humanity, one of the biggest, best traits of humanity is we evolve incredibly fast to fit any sort of need. And it's accurate. So anyway, the main character is the scientist who was a part of that deal, and he's been working on a hyperdrive. Well, first episode he's like blowing up hyperdrives in the middle of the desert, and then like it shows, I'm assuming this is China is where this happens. The whatever special zone of China or something that sounds Chinese, and all these names sound Chinese. Fucking is trying to. They still have the quantum generator going. They're trying to keep the last like city of humans alive because humans are going extinct. And it's like this super big Chinese city. Well, they're running around. Apparently, the princess of whatever the country is or whatever it's called, the China place, is out on doing something, checking out something or examining things in person. And then they're attacked by a giant crab monster that's trying to kill them because it's one of those evolved beings. Except, well, it's giant. Well, they have these fucking, like, mobile suit type things that are half humanoid, half being like torso and guns. The bottom half or whatever the movement is just like in that one they have I think treads or wheels, and then like one of the fucking 2 bounty hunters pop up, and that's the 2 of the people in the main storyline pop up. One is a chick that flies and shoots, and the other dude's a sniper that uses a humanoid fucking vehicle that turns into a sport bike. And I'm like, what? It turned into a sport bike? What? But anyway. So, move forward to the next episode. Well, main character, actually, no, I think the ending of the episode. Main character throws his hyperdrive into his mech, his original plan is to go take the hyperdrive, activate it, and go Allahu Akbar, because the 2 giant crab monsters combined together into one giant crab monster. Fucking evolved on the spot and fucking connected and became a super giant crab monster. That started spitting a fucking 2-part chemical that exploded and like killed out most of the forces. So anyway, he's like, well, there's nothing we can do. They can't penetrate its armor. It's not dying. I'm going to go take this basically bomb strapped to my chest and go insert it and try to get out. As he leaves his quote-unquote sister or family contracted member to die. They have some sort of weird contract relationship thing. Hard to explain. But long story short, the drive spins up, reacts with the monster doing something, but also reacts with him there as some sort of secondary piece to the drive. So the drive's been blowing up the whole time. He believes he had everything correct. Apparently, there was a catalyst missing, and the catalyst was a human being. So somehow, with him being in the cockpit, him controlling it, the drive spins up and then causes the robot that he's piloting to transform into a humanoid version with retarded amounts of power, and then he takes down the super crab monster somehow. And then after doing so, he passes out. So the next episode, he ends up inside the place. You find out he was one of the original scientists that killed the world in the first place. He was one of the scientists that spun up the generator and basically caused all of the problems of the world. They're just kind of doing that, eating all those other things. Basically, he gets accepted back into the city, and then he reactivates the generator for some reason, and, like, basically says that he wants to destroy the current world, because the other dude's like, I don't trust you, fucked this up in the first place, it's your fault, everything's like this. And, then the main character's like, yeah, no, I don't want to protect the world, I want to destroy it. And I was like, wait, what? Are you evil all along? Question mark, question mark, question mark? And then he's like, I want to destroy the current world and rebuild a new one. Because if we don't, humans aren't going to survive very long, which is correct. So, that's basically what we're talking about. It's interesting, actually. It's kind of cool. Kind of weird. I'm interested in this. So that is, I believe, the end of the anime talk show here. We covered a lot of shit. Fucking 2 hours worth. Oh, so much anime. I'll be glad when some of this stuff finishes this season. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
So much to watch. I'm gonna have to cram my Saturdays and Sundays with anime, probably.
Dude, it used to take us like 45 minutes to do this.
Well, yeah, because, like, it's like, oh, look, there's fate. It just does, they're fighting. There's, like, very little backstory going on with them fighting. Things like that. And I wanna, and see, like, I'm sitting here talking, and I'm going over everything, and, like, I have so many of these anime on my list, and I still want to take on Pretty Derby and fucking Gun Gale. I might drop Gun Gale, though, probably instantly after I watch it. But I might drop Pretty Derby, too. But still, like, so far, most of these things are pretty good. This fucking spring season is lit, man.
Especially the High School DxD.
I mean, no. Megalobox is the most lit for you, know.
Yeah, I know. But
Oh,
High School
Megalobox
DxD is
so
fucking
good.
amazing.
Yeah. But anyway. So thank you all for joining us. This has been us on the Fun Table. We're out in Anime Talkshow Tuesday. We shall be signing off. You can catch us here weekly at 7:30 p.m. CST, where we will talk about animes on Tuesday, and on every other week we have a guest on, and usually ask them questions in an interview format to get to know them and to find more ways for everybody else to enjoy. As well as I run a talk show on Thursdays with Raining Death 909, where we talk about the news. So we run a news talk show, kind of like your local newscast from whatever local news stations you have. If you're interested in that sort of thing, please tune in. That is from 8 to, starts at 8 or 8:30, or 8 to 8:30, depending on how things go. PM CST, happy Thursday. So again, thank you all for joining us, and have a good night.